Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Golden Gophers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cornhuskers offense will get the first possession of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
First down here for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's going to take a shot. Makes the catch down the right side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. And so much for feeling each other out for a few plays. These guys come out spinning it.
All gas, no brakes. Come in and spin the magic bean on the... the game taking a shot. Doesn't get better than that if you're this quarterback.
The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. He is smashing people. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
And coming into the game, you look at the stats, and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Minnesota Golden Gophers offense will get the ball for the first time. These two dudes who both come off the edge can wreck an offense's day, Jesse.
Man, these quarterbacks better have an internal clock working today. If you hold on to the football, you are getting sacked.
Yeah, best athletes on the field are defensive linemen, and when you got guys like this that can get after the quarterback, points will be at a premium. Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
And the Golden Gophers pick up the 1st down.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the 1st down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north.
Lofts one high and deep. Fires the pass, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Now, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. It'll be a draw. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. When you're called Corn Huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans... to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
He rifles one deep down the right side. Touchdown, Huskers! What a catch and run for 6.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point splits the uprights. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Good pick up on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line.
The counter play is a great play to mix in with your base concepts. Obviously, everybody flies to the football, bang. Now you pull a guy, you go backside, give him a little counter, keep the defense off balance.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Get it out on the screen. Can't get him to the ground. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Pressure coming. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
How about the big fella right in the middle of this 3-4 defense getting the pass rush. He just anchors down and just pushes the interior of this offensive line right back into the lap of the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his big tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. The Golden Gophers will punt this one away. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it. He has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Gets rid of it. He finds his man. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Horn. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. And the Huskers will have it 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
Nifty little scamper on this one, and up for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Huskers are in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nebraska! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking that front.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a...
Intercepted. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Got the quick pass. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Cornhusker!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Wants to throw on first down. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. Touchdown, Husker! How about that D coming up with a play like that? And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. UCLA is just getting blown right out of the Rose Bowl today. And while scorned Pac-12 fans might have no problem with that, this will not sit well with that fan base. They're trailing by 16 to Michigan State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He wants to start this drive with a pass. It's complete to the right. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. On target. Makes a catch and knocked down. And the Golden Gophers in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Golden Gophers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The give to the back. Quick step and go. Turns it on at midfield. All kinds of running room. The 10. Touchdown, Nebraska. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Cornhuskers will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback...
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. All by himself down the middle. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Pulled down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line. It's still 3rd and goal. They'll leave it with him. Tripped up for the tackle. They'll send out the kicker here. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or would you say, hey, keep that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. He slings it deep to the left. And this is hauled in at the 20-yard line. And the Huskers are on the move.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They'll try to make up for that last one on 2nd and 15. On the option. The pitch. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Marshall. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. So now on comes the field goal unit. Field goal is good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the noon kind. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on third and short from the 21. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Front, they need to be the best running team in this game today.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Nebraska.
Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll go right back to the run. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
The Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Zings it complete to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'd hoped to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
Yeah, I love the third down, aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Bringing it back, it's Kane. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. The give and tick, 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 tick. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. They'll run this play from the pistol. They're going to ride this running back. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Single back formation, and they give it to it. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Now on 1st down from the 43. On the run, it's Potts. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter